I mean, there's a lot of intimidating characters in our profession, and you have to have the stare down.
At 49, John Cena is finally willing to confront the truth behind his rise. Hate was part of his career. It was real. It came from the pressure of carrying WWE through an era defined by constant challenges. Every wrestler who stepped up to him wanted more than a victory. They wanted his spot. They wanted to break the image that the company built around him. Fans saw the message he repeated. They saw the salute. They saw the bright colors. They never saw the weight that followed him into every locker room. Some rivals believed he stood in their way. Others believed he was protected. A few pushed past professional rivalry and created tension that shaped entire storylines. In this world, hate does not come from personal anger. It comes from ambition, from pride, from the fight for status. Cena lived through it every night. And through that long stretch, 5 wrestlers forced him into real conflict. 5 turned the ring into a test of identity and resilience. These are the 5 wrestlers he hated facing the most. Now, the countdown begins. Number 5 is Randy Orton. The conflict between John Cena and Orton did not grow from a single match. It grew the moment both men realized they were fighting for the same throne. They entered the same system. They rose through the same generation. Each step forward by one felt like a step stolen from the other. That tension became the foundation of their rivalry. It shaped every match they touched. Orton believed talent should speak for itself. Cena believed work should define greatness. That difference created a wall between them. It was not spoken. It was felt. Orton carried a natural confidence that bordered on superiority. Cena carried intensity that refused to bend. When they stood across the ring, the air tightened. Cena saw a rival who dismissed his style. Orton saw a challenger who threatened his place. Both men reacted before the bell even rang. Their first main event clashes exposed the truth. Cena pushed the pace with power. Orton slowed it down to control the rhythm. Neither respected the other's method. Cena believed Orton coasted on ability rather than effort. Orton believed Cena relied on force rather than skill. Each exchange carried frustration. Each counter felt personal. The rivalry was no longer about victory. It was about proving a point. Backstage, the divide widened. Cena was seen as the man who represented the company. Orton was seen as the man who believed the company should come to him. Both narratives created pressure. Teammates and producers added opinions. Conversations about the future included both names. Every comparison fueled more resentment. Cena heard the whispers that Orton had the natural tools to surpass him. Orton heard the claims that Cena had the discipline Orton lacked. Those ideas followed them into every arena. Their promos revealed the strain. Cena spoke with force. Orton spoke with calculation. Cena tried to establish dominance. Orton tried to expose weakness. Both men knew the crowd could feel the aggression under the surface. Fans did not just watch a rivalry. They watched 2 men fight for the identity of their generation. That intensity created moments that still echo. Each kick from Orton carried intent. Each comeback from Cena carried defiance. Neither man stepped away from escalation. The breaking point came during a stretch of matches where control shifted in seconds. Cena refused to let Orton dictate the story. Orton refused to let Cena overpower him. Their reactions grew sharper. Their timing grew tighter. It was no longer about building a performance. It was about winning a war of presence. Cena hated that Orton always looked calm. Orton hated that Cena never stopped pushing. Their strengths attacked each other's pride. Their flaws magnified under pressure. This rivalry forced Cena into deeper emotion than he expected. Orton challenged him without speaking, without theatrics, without exaggeration. Cena had to confront the reality that Orton was not trying to outperform him. Orton was trying to take his place. That idea created real hate. It turned matches into statements. It turned small mistakes into fuel. That is why Orton stands at number 5. He pushed Cena to defend his identity. He forced Cena to fight with purpose rather than comfort. And he became the first rival who made Cena step into the ring knowing the conflict was real. Number 4 is Edge. The conflict between John Cena and Edge was not built on style or ability. It was built on disruption. Edge understood how to attack Cena where it hurt most. He did not try to overpower him. He tried to unbalance him. Every move, every word, every moment. Edge treated Cena like a structure that needed to be cracked from the inside. Cena felt that pressure from the first day. Their rivalry began. Edge turned opportunity into a weapon. The first Money in the Bank cash-in was not just a title change. It was a message. Edge struck at a moment when Cena had nothing left to give. Cena took that personally. He believed the title should be won in a fight. Edge believed the title should be taken in any way available. That difference created immediate hostility. Cena saw the act as disrespect. Edge saw it as strategy. Their rivalry never recovered from that moment. Edge attacked Cena through psychology. He questioned Cena's authenticity. He pushed the idea that Cena lived behind an image instead of reality. Cena hated that narrative. He hated how Edge spoke with precision. He hated that Edge could make the crowd doubt him with a single line. Edge used that reaction as fuel. He made their promos feel sharper. He made every encounter feel like a test Cena did not want to fail. Inside the ring, the conflict grew sharper. Cena relied on strength. Edge relied on timing. Cena wanted to break through. Edge wanted to redirect. Cena pushed forward. Edge stepped aside and struck at the opening. The contrast frustrated Cena. He believed a champion should confront head-on. Edge believed a champion should win through awareness. Their clash became a battle of philosophies. Neither backed down. The hostility deepened during matches with no rules. Edge fought with controlled chaos. Cena fought with force. The violence escalated because both men wanted to impose identity. Cena hated how easily Edge could twist momentum. Edge hated how Cena refused to show weakness. Each time Cena gained control, Edge found another path back into the fight. Each time Edge took advantage, Cena realized he could not rely on power alone. Backstage, the rivalry intensified. Cena represented the company. Edge represented the challenger who wanted to break structure. Cena believed Edge tried to undermine everything he built. Edge believed Cena stood in the way of his rise. Both men understood the rivalry mattered for legacy. Both knew the audience felt the real tension. Every match added another layer of resentment. Audience. What made Edge dangerous was simple. He understood Cena's emotional pressure. He exposed it. He pulled Cena into fights where logic did not matter. Cena reacted with anger. Edge reacted with calculation. That imbalance made Cena feel out of place. It made him feel vulnerable, in a way few opponents ever managed to create. Edge stands at number 4 because he was the rival who forced Cena to confront a truth he never liked. Strength alone could not control a rival who played the game differently. Edge used intelligence as impact. He turned strategy into conflict. He made Cena fight from instinct instead of comfort. And that shift created real hate. Number 3 is Batista. The conflict between John Cena and Batista was built on dominance. Both men rose fast. Both carried power. Both were positioned as the future. WWE rarely has room for two top stars at once. That pressure turned their rivalry into a silent contest long before their first main event. Each saw the other as the main obstacle, standing in the way of full control. Batista carried presence. Cena carried momentum. Batista believed he had the more natural aura. Cena believed he earned every inch through work. That contrast created immediate friction. They did not need promos to feel it. They did not need backstage exchanges. The tension lived in the space between them. Batista looked at Cena as the polished company face. Cena looked at Batista as the challenger who wanted to push him aside. Both understood the stakes. Only one could be the era's defining name. Their first series of matches exposed raw hostility. Batista struck with power designed to send a message. Cena responded with intensity that refused to break. Neither man wanted to give the other a moment of control. Every move felt like a fight for status. Every finish carried resentment. When Batista defeated Cena clean during one of their most heated encounters, it tilted the balance. Cena did not forget that moment. Batista felt it proved what he believed all along, that he belonged above Cena. Backstage discussions added fuel. Some believed Batista was the more complete star. Others believed Cena carried the company better. Those opinions reached both men. Batista felt he was overlooked. Cena felt he was constantly challenged by someone who wanted the same spotlight. Their interactions grew colder. Respect existed, but it came with sharp edges. They were professional, but never comfortable around each other. Promos between them reflected the truth. Batista spoke with direct criticism. He claimed Cena's style was predictable. He claimed Cena represented the safe choice. Cena responded with frustration. He accused Batista of believing opportunities should come without sacrifice. Both men used their words to strike at identity. That is where real hate formed. They were not arguing over storylines. They were arguing over legacy. Their final rivalry run showed the peak of their conflict. Cena refused to let Batista dictate pace. Batista refused to let Cena outlast him. Every moment felt like two careers colliding. Cena hated the idea that Batista wanted to replace him. Batista hated the idea that Cena already occupied the place he wanted. Batista stands at number 3 because he represented direct competition for the throne. He pushed Cena through force, pride, and ambition. And he made every match feel like a battle for the right to define an era. Number 2 is CM Punk. No rivalry exposed the fault lines of WWE's system more clearly than the one between John Cena and Punk. This was not about power or size. This was about philosophy. Punk believed WWE needed a different kind of star. Cena represented everything he pushed against. Their conflict began the moment Punk realized that the company saw Cena as the standard. Punk refused to accept that. He wanted to break it. Punk challenged Cena in ways few men dared to try. He attacked the idea of Cena, the image, the message, the presentation. Punk insisted that Cena was manufactured. Cena hated that accusation. He believed he earned every part of his rise. Punk believed he exposed the truth. That disagreement created instant hostility. It was not personal at first. It became personal quickly. Inside the ring, the tension sharpened. Punk used precision. Cena used power. Punk pushed the pace through technique. Cena countered through impact. Every exchange felt like a challenge of values. Punk wrestled to prove Cena was overrated. Cena wrestled to prove Punk was not on his level. Neither man backed down. Each match raised the temperature. Each finish stirred more resentment. Their promos took the rivalry to another level. Punk spoke without restraint. He targeted the core of Cena's identity. He claimed Cena represented the system he wanted to tear down. Cena reacted with visible frustration. Punk's words hit deeper because they carried truth mixed with provocation. Cena felt attacked as a performer and as a person. Punk felt empowered because he believed he finally forced the company to hear him. Backstage, the conflict intensified. Punk saw himself as the revolutionary voice. Cena saw himself as the anchor keeping WWE stable. Those positions clashed. Producers and wrestlers recognized the real tension. Their interactions were not warm. Respect existed only when the bell rang. Even then, it came with force. Punk wanted to change the landscape. Cena wanted to protect the foundation. That difference made every encounter feel like a line drawn in the sand. The turning point came at Money in the Bank. Punk challenged Cena in a match that felt like a fight for control of WWE's direction. The crowd sided with Punk. Cena stood alone against a wave of energy he could not control. When Punk left with the title, Cena felt the sting of defeat far beyond the loss itself. Punk proved he could shake the system. Cena hated that moment. CM Punk stands at number 2 because he attacked Cena on every level. Professional, philosophical, personal. He forced Cena to defend not only his spot, but the meaning of his presence in WWE. Punk brought conflict that went deeper than rivalry. It became a test of identity. Number 1 is The Rock. No rivalry in John Cena's career carried more real hostility. This conflict was never just about matches. It was about pride, image, legacy. Two eras collided. Two leaders fought for the same spotlight, and both believed they had the right to hold it. The tension did not come from competition. It came from ego that neither man wanted to hide. The Rock returned to WWE with global fame. He stepped back into an industry he once ruled. Cena had carried that industry during Rock's absence. That difference became the spark. Rock saw Cena as the polished corporate face. Cena saw Rock as the legend who walked away to chase Hollywood. Those views clashed instantly. Neither man softened. Neither man played safe. They attacked each other with words that cut deeper than fans realized. Their promos were not performance. They were confrontation. Rock mocked Cena's character. Cena struck back by calling out Rock's inconsistency. Each line added weight. Each reaction showed irritation. The audience felt the real electricity. Both men wanted to lead the era. Both wanted to be the voice of WWE. The ring was not big enough for both. That truth fueled every moment. Backstage, the separation was clear. Rock worked with the confidence of a global star. Cena worked with the intensity of the man who never left. They respected the business. They did not respect each other's choices. Wrestlers and producers sensed the tension when both were in the building. Cena believed Rock judged him. Rock believed Cena misunderstood him. Neither man apologized. Neither man backed down. When their matches began, the hostility shaped every movement. Cena fought with frustration. Rock fought with pride. Cena pushed pace and force. Rock pushed presence and control. Each exchange carried the question of leadership. Who defines modern WWE? Who carries the era forward? Their chemistry thrived on conflict. They did not hide emotion. They used it. Their WrestleMania battles became cultural events because the rivalry was real. The turning point came during the build-up to their first major showdown. Cena felt Rock dismissed his work. Rock felt Cena provoked him publicly. That tension grew until every interaction became a challenge. Cena hated that Rock viewed him as inferior. Rock hated that Cena questioned his commitment. Those feelings shaped the heaviest rivalry of Cena's run. The Rock stands at number 1 because he created the most complete conflict. Professional, personal, generational. He pushed Cena to defend more than a title. He pushed him to defend his era and his identity. Their rivalry became the definition of what real hate looks like at the highest level of WWE. These 5 rivals shaped the reality behind John Cena's rise. Each one challenged a different part of his identity. One attacked his momentum. One attacked his control. One attacked his position. One attacked his philosophy. One attacked his legacy. Together they formed the pressure that defined his era. Their conflicts showed what the spotlight truly demands. Hate in WWE is not born from personal anger. It comes from ambition, from pride, from the fight for the role that every top star protects. Cena survived each rivalry. He endured the tension. He carried the weight. He proved that leadership is not given. It is earned through confrontation. Every match with these 5 men forced him to evolve. Every feud pushed him past comfort. Their impact lasted long after the final bell. Now the question remains: which of these 5 rivalries do fans believe shaped his legacy the most?